What is going on, everybody? Top 10 Pokemon back, and today I bring to you another rendition of our top Pokemon card auctions of the week. This week we continue to see some fairly lackluster prices, but we did have one card, maybe you all have heard of it, that had a truly exceptional price. Outrageous price in my opinion, but we'll get to that towards the end. Please give this video a like. Thank you for subscribing. I know you all enjoy this series, and I love making this series for you, so let's get started here with some modern product in this Shining Fates. We have a couple of Shining Fates graded cards to go over. We have a Crobat VMAX in PSA 10 that sold this week for $38. We had an EV VMAX from the Shining Fates Elite Trainer Box promo in PSA 10 that sold for $65 this week. A Toxtricity V from Shining Fates is a PSA 10 sold for $50 even. A couple Ditto VMAXs here in PSA 10. One sold for $61. Another one sold for $67. And then lastly, for Shining Fates, we had this Rillaboom VMAX in PSA 10 that sold for $61. So we continue to see some very unimpressive prices for Shining Fates. Like I said, aside from the Charizard VMAX, not too many cards in this set are really hitting any phenomenal prices. We will continue to watch this set and see what it does from here on out. But so far this week, not too much heat going on with this set. Alright, some Vivid Voltage here. What's Vivid Voltage been up to? We had a Rayquaza Amazing Rare in PSA 10 that sold this week for $89.99. Now this was, at one point, and it probably still is, the best Amazing Rare from the set, reaching the $200 to $300 price point for this card. Actually, it was over $300 for quite a while. This week, we could not crack the $100 price for this card. Very unfortunate to see, but as I said before in many videos, the market is going to be flooded with these amazing rare cards, and we're just starting to see the beginning of it here this week. The Pikachu VMAX from Vivid Voltage, the Rainbow Rare VMAX version, sold as a PSA 10 for $690 in a PWCC auction. We have a couple of full art trainer cards. This one's from Team Up, a full art Jasmine in PSA 10 sold for $242. And then also we had a Mina from Lost Thunder full art PSA 10 sell for $117 this week. A couple of Evolutions cards to go over. We had a Dragonite EX. This is the regular EX card in PSA 10 sold for $89. And then the full art Dragonite EX sold for $172.50. And lastly, for Evolutions, we have a Mega Venusaur EX full art in PSA 10 that sold for $135. And this card is drastically down. I mean, this used to be $200, $300 for this card, and $135 this week, folks. So Evolution's not doing so hot this week alongside Shining Fates, but in my opinion, Shining Fates, at least in the graded card versions, have never been doing well ever since their release. Alright, moving on here, we had a Pikachu Holo from the McDonald's collection in PSA 10 that sold this week for $165. And this is once again down, like most cards. This card was averaging $300. This week, $165. From Shining Legends, we have a secret rare Mewtwo GX card that sold as a PSA 10 for $431. Such an amazing artwork from such an amazing set. I cannot see this card really plummeting in value. It's so sought after, and it's just such a popular card that I don't think that we're ever going to see this card in a PSA 10 reach the likes of like $50 or $100. I think it's going to continually stay at this price point or higher. I don't know, just my opinion. A couple of Charizards to go over here. We had a Charizard VMAX from Darkness Ablaze in PSA 10 that sold for $183.19, which is, I mean, for quite a while this card was like $300 to $400, and then it became closer to like, you know, $250 to $300. Now $183 for a PSA 10. And that's the price you pay, folks, when you have such a saturated market of Charizard VMAXs like this. I forget how many PSA 10s there are. I'll put up on the screen, but there are tons. And there are tons more coming back from PSA because, quite frankly, this card is very easy to grade. These cards were very well produced. Every one I've got my hands on is like super clean and just very nice looking in general. So they're getting the PSA 10 grade pretty easily for this card. And I just foresee much further saturation of this card. We had a Charizard GX Rainbow Rare from Burning Shadows in PSA 10 that sold for $3,000 even this week. Not a very strong PSA 10. If you look at the back, the edges are kind of shabby and it's pretty off-centered on the back, so I'm surprised this card got the PSA 10. But once again, the Rainbow Rare Charizard VMAX, the Rainbow Rare Charizard GX from this set always fetches a premium because the population for this modern Charizard is a lot lower than that of the likes of, you know, Hidden Fates or Darkness Ablaze, so it'll always cost more than those cards. And lastly, for our modern Charizards, we had a Mega Charizard EX from Flash Fire set. This is the number 69 that in PSA 10 sold for $425 this week. All right, heading towards WotC, but not quite there yet. We have a Zapdos EX from Fire Red Leaf Green set that sold as a PSA 10 this week for $435. We had a Reverse Foil Typhlosion from EX Unseen Forces in PSA 10 that sold for $449. From Heart Gold Soul Silver Triumphant set, we had an Absol Prime in PSA 10 sell for $255. You know, these Prime cards, along with the Level X cards, you rarely see come through an auction as PSA 10. So anytime I see these cards come through, I gotta report on them because like I said, you really don't see them come through as PSA 10s. From EX Team Rocket Returns, we had a Dark Tyranitar Holo in PSA 10 sell for $698. From the 2006 Pop Series 2 set, we had a Venusaur holographic in PSA 10 sell this week for $435. Not a card you see very often. It's very green. This card is very green looking. I don't know, I like it. It's pretty decent, but once again, with most Venusaur cards, you can barely see the holo. So from EX Unseen Forces, we had a Ho-Oh holographic in PSA 10 sell for $1,176. A couple of E-Series cards to go over. Now these are going to be non-holos, but the artwork for these cards are just unparalleled. I have to go over them. We had a Gyarados from Skyridge here. Once again, non-holo, PSA 10 sell for $295. The Houndoom, probably one of the best Houndoom artworks of all time, from Aquapolis set, PSA 10 sold for $202.50. And then we had one of the best Umbreon artworks of all time from Aquapolis. This is also a PSA 10 that sold for $260 this week. We had a BGS 9.5 first edition holographic Hitmonlee from Fossil set sell this week for $246. And then we had a first edition Erica's Venusaur holographic from Gym Challenge that got a CGC 9.5, sold for $510. This is a super heavy hitting card in a PSA 10, and it's interesting to see how much less it is as a CGC Gem Mint card compared to the PSA 10. But yeah, a little over $500 for this Erica's Venusaur card. All right, continuing on with some WotC cards, we had a first edition Pikachu card from Jungle set that sold this week as a PSA 10 for $315. Not too bad, folks. I mean, considering how common this card is, literally it's a common card, and it's still getting over $300 as a price is pretty astounding to me. From Team Rocket set, we had a first edition Dark Machamp Holo in PSA 10 sell for $421. A Flareon from Jungle set, this is an unlimited holo in PSA 10 sold for $467 this week. From Gym Challenge, we had a Blaine's Arcanine holo in PSA 10 sold for $885. Now I do believe this card is the one you get from the Blaine theme deck. Also from Gym Challenge, we had a Misty's Gyarados holo first edition PSA 10 sell for $725. From Neo Discovery, we have an unlimited Umbreon holographic once again sell as a PSA 10. This one sold this week for $1,640. From the Pokemon 2000 movie, we had an Ancient Mew promo in PSA 10 sell for $690. From Skyridge set, we have a reverse holo Crystal Charizard box topper card that in PSA 10 sold for $2,125. All right, some base set cards to go over. We have a holographic Alakazam that sold this week as a Gem Mint 10. This is the base set unlimited holo for $457. Another one sold for $525 in a flash auction. The holographic unlimited Ninetales from base set sold this week as a PSA 10 for $401. And then we had a first edition Squirtle in PSA 10 sell for $900 even. And the first edition Charmander sold for $1,100 this week. The first edition PSA 10 Machamp from base set, now this is the shadowed variant, sold this week in a PWCC auction for $1,025. So this is a little bit less than what we're used to for Machamp. I don't know if it's maybe the old label or the fact that there's something on the card or the case. I'm not sure which, but it's kind of distracting. This card sold for a little over $1,000 this week. Some sealed product to go over. We have a Fossil first edition booster box sealed that sold for $14,332. And then we had a base set unlimited booster box sell for $8,101. And The reason I'm putting this on here is because this is a fake box. If you look at the sides here, it's just a dead giveaway. But I really hope somebody didn't pay $80, $100 for this box. It's very sad to see these stupid boxes flood the market like this. The base set booster box typically goes between $15,000 and $20,000. So yeah, when you see one sell for below $10,000, that's usually another giveaway that it was a fake booster box. A couple of amazing Japanese promos. We have a 2012 Japanese black and white promo featuring all the evolutions on there as a Gem Mint 10, sold this week for $770. And then we had this amazing looking 2015 Pikachu Battle Festa promo card that sold as a PSA 10 for $494 US. There's so much going on in this card, so many Pokemon in the background. It's very, very eye-catching. I do like this card a lot, and it sold for nearly $500 this week. All right, here, this is pretty interesting. We had a complete first edition Gym Heroes Holo Slab set. All these holos are PSA 9s with the exception of Lieutenant Surge's Fearow, which is a PSA 8, and Lieutenant Surge's Electabuzz, which was a PSA 10. That sold this week for $4,327. I'm not sure if it actually sold because when I rechecked it making this video, I saw that it was relisted, but then that relisting was canceled, so I'm not sure, maybe it was accidentally relisted. I'm not sure what happened there, but it was definitely an interesting lot of cards there. And it also came with a Misty's Seadra and a Misty's Tentacruel that were both raw, that the seller described them to be very much gradable, maybe PSA 9s. And then you had all the other non-holo cards from the set in like a binder format. So it's pretty interesting. I don't know if it was a legitimate sale or not, but I thought I'd bring that up. And the auction of the week, I'm sure you've all heard, it's in the news. You got a special delivery Charizard that sold raw this week for $3,950. I pray to God that that is not a legitimate sale because that is just downright stupid to pay that kind of money for this card. You got pre-orders here, looks like, for this card for $450, which is still crazy. But yeah, almost $4,000 for this card is just totally ridiculous. I don't know, folks. What do y'all think about this? You let me know in the comments what you think. I think it's totally absurd for someone to pay this price. I really hope this wasn't legitimate. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. Once again, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, check me out in my next video. I got a PSA return coming probably within the next video or two. You don't want to miss that. So I will see y'all in the next one, folks. Thank you.